Hey guys, 7 WWE Rocks here. So like 2 days ago, didn't have a video idea, so I asked what you guys wanted me to upload of, and a friend said that I should do another story, so I thought of one, got a good one, and then something happened, like the AJ Styles thing came about, his finisher, that he couldn't use it anymore, blah blah blah. So I made a video on that, but I was gonna save this story for a rainy day, and it's pouring. Not literally, but with CM Punk, all this news about him and him going on Art of Wrestling podcast and talking about it, I thought this would be a perfect time to tell it. So, if you didn't know, the podcast he was on was Colt Cabanas, and he talked about, I'm sure you know, if you're a wrestling fan, you've heard about it. But basically, how it fits in, it was crazy because it just seemed like all this time, I think so. I think a lot of people would agree with me. But like so many times, I was like, he's coming back. This is it, perfect chance. They got this. It's in Chicago, Or Daniel Bryan's getting hurt at WrestleMania 30. It's happening. He's coming back, and then he didn't. And then you just realize after he finally speaks about his WWE departure, you realize how wrong I was. How he was just not even close to returning when I thought he was. But just a funny little thing. But let's get back to the story. So basically, went to TNA in February this year, and I usually get there I get there at the start. I'm always first in line, not first in line. I'm always like 10th in line for like an independent show, not WWE shows, but every time I go to a TNA show, a Ring of Honor, independent show, I'm usually the like 10th guy in line waiting to get in because I'm just paranoid with that stuff. I just need to be, in the front of the line. But I always get these people that act like they know behind the scenes. They act like they've talked to John Cena and just known his entire life. But this one just baffled me because I was in line with my brother, and this was in February. CM Punk left in January. I forget the date. His last match was the Royal Rumble, so it was January 20th, something around there. So, and I went to a show in February, so it was pretty close. Maybe like 1 or 2 weeks after he had left, when all these rumors were going about. But the biggest. Just it baffled me. So I'm waiting in line. I overhear this guy who's talking like he knows all the wrestlers, blah blah blah. He acts like he knew Bobby Roode and stuff. And he was talking to this one redneck guy, and he was just saying somehow CM Punk came about, and he was like, "Oh yeah, CM Punk. He's in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He already signed a deal. I was able to talk to his agent, and yeah, he's with New Japan Pro Wrestling." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "No, nope, no." And I'm thinking the guy he's talking to is like, "Nah, you're out of your mind. You don't know what you're talking about." But it was a redneck, so he was like, "Yes, that is so true. I can't believe that." And I was like, "What?" Even my brother, who knows, who hates wrestling, doesn't care about it at all, knew that was such a lie. Just thought it was a funny story. Basically, it's just I always get these people that think he literally said, you cannot make this stuff up. He literally said he talked to CM Punk's agent, and he has already confirmed he is with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So that was a crazy experience. Didn't want to make this video too short, so let's tell another story. So I think I've told this before, but I've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately. So if you didn't know, I want to talk about my first experience with wrestling. This was a few years before I even started watching. We were getting ready to watch King of Queens, that great show with Kevin James, and it was on My20, that network. It wasn't on Sci-Fi. But we were waiting for King of Queens to start, and lo and behold, SmackDown was on, and it was Undertaker. I remember Triple H fighting, maybe Big Show, and I was like, so into it, even though I still thought it was real. And it's still real to me, dang it, but still, it was when I thought it was real, and I was like, this is awesome. And it's just crazy that I never watched it after that, and then a few years down the road, I'm obsessed with wrestling. So just my first experience with wrestling story, and hopefully you enjoyed the CM Punk story as well. And, yeah, so apparently, according to that fan, if you listen to him, CM Punk is actually in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And, yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter, @7WWE Rocks, as always. Have a great rest of the weekend, and as always, have a nice day. Thank you, guys.